Cell, the unit of life. Introduction. You have learned about the diversity of a living world, comprising organisms like microscopic bacteria to huge multicellular plants and animals. All living organisms possess life and are made up of basic unique structure called cell. An organism consists of one or more cells. Accordingly, there are two types of organisms: unicellular organisms, example amoeba, diatoms, etc. Multicellular organisms, example plants. In this chapter, you will be acquainted with structure and functions carried out by various parts of the cell. What is a cell? Unicellular organisms are capable of independent existence, performing the essential functions of life. Anything less than complete structure of a cell does not ensure independent living. The cell is the fundamental structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Robert Hooke studied and discovered the cell from a thin slice of cork, but that was a dead cell. Antony von Leeuwenhoek was the first person who observed few living cells capable of moving, such as bacteria, protozoa, spermatozoa, and red blood cells, under his own designed microscope. Later, Robert Brown discovered the nucleus of a cell. The invention of microscope and its improvements leading to electron microscope revealed all structural details of the cell. Cell theory. In 1838, Matthias Kleiden, a German botanist, studied a large number of plants and observed that all plants are composed of different kinds of cells, which form the tissues of the plant. At about the same time, another scientist, Theodore Swan, a British zoologist, studied different types of animals and reported that cells have a thin outer layer which is known as plasma membrane. He also concluded, based on his studies on plant tissues, that the presence of cell wall is a unique character of the plant cells. On the basis of this, he proposed a hypothesis that the bodies of the plants and animals are composed of cells and their products. Schleiden and Swan together formulated the cell theory. This theory, however, did not explain as how the new cells are formed. Rudolf Virchow in 1885 explained that the cells divide and new cells are formed from the pre-existing cells, commonly known as omnicellulae e cellula. He also modified the hypothesis of Schleiden and Swan to give cell theory a final shape. Cell theory is now understood as all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Activities of an organism are the outcome of sum total of activities and interactions of its constituent cells. All living organisms are composed of cells and products of cells. An overview of cell. You have earlier observed in an onion peel or a human cheek cells under the microscope. Let us recollect their structure. The onion cell, which is a typical plant cell, had a distinct cell wall as an outer boundary and just within it the cell membrane. The cells of human cheek have an outer membrane as the delimiting structure of the cell. Inside each cell is a dense membrane bound structure called nucleus. This nucleus contains chromosomes, which in turn contain the genetic material DNA. Cells that have membrane bound nuclei are eukaryotic, whereas they lack membrane bound nucleus are prokaryotic. In both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, semifluid matrix called cytoplasm occupies the entire volume of the cell. The cytoplasm is the main arena in which cellular activities takes place in both plant and animal cells. Beside nucleus, the eukaryotic cells also have membrane-bound distinct structure called organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, mitochondria, microbodies, and vacuoles. The prokaryotic cells lack such membrane-bound organelles. Ribosomes are non-membrane-bound organelles found in all cells, both eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Within the cells, ribosomes are found not only in cytoplasm but also within the two organelles, chloroplasts in plants and mitochondria, and on rough ER. Animal cells contain another non-membrane bound organelle called centriole, which helps in cell division. Cells greatly differ in size, shape, and activities. For example, mycoplasma, the smallest cell, are only 0.3 micrometer in length, while bacteria could be 3 to 5 micrometer. The largest isolated single cell is the cell of the ostrich. Among multicellular organisms, human red blood cells are about 7 micrometer in diameter. Nerve cells are some of the longest cells. Cells are also vary greatly in shape. They may be disc-like, polygonal, columnar, cuboid, thread-like, or even irregular in shape. The shape of the cell may vary with the function they perform. Prokaryotic cells. The prokaryotic cells are represented by bacteria, blue green algae, mycoplasma, and PPLO. PPLO full form Pleuropneumonia like organisms. They are generally smaller in size and multiply much faster than the eukaryotic cells. They may greatly vary in shape and size but also exhibit a similar basic cellular structure. The organization of prokaryotic cell is fundamentally similar, even though the prokaryotes exhibit a wide variety of shapes and functions. Most prokaryotes have a cell wall surrounding the cell membrane. The fluid matrix filling the cell is a cytoplasm. There is no well-defined nucleus. The genetic material is basically naked, not enveloped by nuclear membrane. In addition to the genomic DNA, the single chromosome or circular DNA, many bacteria have small circular DNA outside genomic DNA. These smaller DNA are called plasmids. These smaller DNA are called as plasmids. The plasmid DNA confers certain unique phenotypic characters to such bacteria. One such character is resistant to antibiotics. The plasmid DNA is used to monitor bacterial transformation with foreign DNA. No organelles like the ones in eukaryotes are found in prokaryotes except from ribosomes. Cell envelope in modifications. Most prokaryotic cells, particularly bacterial cells, have chemically complex cell envelope. The cell envelope consists of a tightly bound three-layer structure, the outermost glycocalyx and the cell wall and the plasma membrane. Glycocalyx is the outermost layer comprising a coat of mucus and polysaccharides macromolecules which protect the cells and also help in adhesion. This layer differs in thickness and chemical composition in different bacteria. Some have a loose sheath called slime layer which protects the cell from loss of water and nutrients. Others may have a thick and tough covering known as capsule. This capsule and slime layer are made up of polysaccharides, but sometimes they may contain proteins also. The capsule is responsible for giving gummy and sticky character to the cell. It also allows the bacterium to hide from its host immune system. The cell wall determines the shape and cell of the organism and provides a strong structural support to prevent bacterium from bursting or collapsing. This layer is rigid due to special macromolecule called peptidoglycan, murin or mucopeptide. A number of antibiotics, example penicillin, inhibit cross-linking of peptidoglycan strands. Therefore, cells undergo lysis in the presence of these antibiotics. Gram staining is developed by Christian Gram, which is a special technique used to classify bacteria into two groups, that is gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Those bacteria that take up the gram stain are gram positive, whereas the others don't take, they are gram negative bacteria. The plasma membrane is selectively permeable in nature and interacts with the outside world. This membrane is similar structurally to the eukaryotes. A special membranous structure called as mesosome is present and it is formed due to the invagination of plasma membrane into the cell. These extensions are in the form of vesicles, tubules and lamellae. They help in the cell wall formation, DNA replication and distribution to daughter cells. They also help in respiration secretion process to increase the surface area of a plasma membrane and enzymatic content. Mesosome is found in gram-positive bacteria. In some photosynthetic eukaryotes like cyanobacteria and purple bacteria, there are other membranous extensions in cytoplasm called chromatophores which contain pigments. Bacterial cells may be motile or non-motile. If motile, they have thin filamentous extensions from their cell wall called flagella. Bacteria show a range and number of arrangement of flagella. The flagellum is supposed to be of three parts: filaments, hook and basal body. The filament is the longest portion and extends from the cell wall to outside. It is a hollow, rigid, cylindrical structure made up of protein called flagellin. Basal body is a rod-like structure which consists of rings. Besides flagella, pili and fimbria are also the surface structures of bacteria, but they do not play a role in motility. The pili are elongated tubular structures made up of special protein pilin. True pili have been reported to been present in gram-negative bacteria so far, and in these forms they are involved in mating process. During this process, usually genetic partial transfer of DNA from one cell to another cell takes place. Formation of pili is generally controlled and is specific for a cell type, as conjugation takes place between compatible bacterial cells. The fimbria are small bristle-like fibers sprouting out of the cell. These seem to be slender tubes composed of helically arranged protein subunits, which are 3 to which are 3 to 10 nanometer in diameter. In some bacteria, they are known to help in attaching the bacteria to rocks in streams and also the host tissues. Ribosomes and inclusion bodies. In prokaryotes, ribosomes are associated with plasma membrane of the cell. They are about 15 nanometer to 20 nanometer in size and are made up of two subunits, 50S and 30S units, which when present together form 70S prokaryotic ribosomes. Ribosomes are site of protein synthesis. Cytoplasmic ribosomes synthesize proteins which remain within the cells, but the ribosomes on the plasma membrane make proteins, thus are transported out. Several ribosomes may attach to a single mRNA and form a chain called polyribosomes or polysome. The ribosomes of a polysome translate mRNA into proteins. Inclusion bodies. Reserve material in prokaryote cells are stored in cytoplasm in the form of inclusion bodies. These are not bounded by any membrane system and lie free in cytoplasm. Example: phosphate granules, synophysin granules, and glycogen granules. Some other inclusion bodies may be surrounded by single layer non-unit membrane which is 2 to 4 nanometer thick. Example: poly beta hydroxy butyrate granules, sulfur granules, and gas vacuoles. Gas vacuoles are found in blue-green algae, purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. Eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells are those cells which possess an organized nucleus with a nuclear envelope. Some of the important characteristics of eukaryotic cells are cytoskeletal structure, membrane-bound organelles, and organization of genetic material into chromosomes. These cells occur in protista, fungi, plants, and animals. A eukaryotic cell, like a prokaryotic cell, is covered by cell envelope. The cell envelope formed of plasma membrane in animal cells, whereas in plant cells it contains cell wall, and even fungal cells and some protists also have cell wall in their outer membrane. All eukaryotic cells are not identical due to many differences. Let's discuss the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. In prokaryotic cells, the cell size is usually small, whereas the cell size in eukaryotic cell is comparatively larger. Prokaryotic cell nuclear region is poorly defined due to the absence of nuclear envelope. Nucleoid is surrounded by nuclear membrane and it is in direct contact with the cytoplasm. Whereas in eukaryotic cell, distinct nucleus is present with nuclear envelope covering it and it is not in direct contact with cytoplasm. In prokaryotic cell, nucleoid is equivalent to single chromosome or prochromosome. Hence, the amount of DNA is very low when compared to eukaryotic cell. Whereas in eukaryotic cell, nucleus contain more than one chromosome. Hence, the amount of DNA is comparatively high. Nucleolus is present in eukaryotes, whereas it is absent in prokaryotes. Protein synthesis occurs only in cytoplasm in prokaryotes, and whereas in eukaryotic cells, protein synthesis occurs in cytoplasm as well as in mitochondria and plastids. Membrane-bound organelles are completely absent except ribosomes. Membrane-bound organelles are absent in prokaryotic cells, whereas membrane-bound organelles are present in eukaryotic cells. Ribosomes are of 70S type in prokaryotic cell, whereas in eukaryotic cell they are of 80S, and 70S type of ribosomes are also present in eukaryotes, which occur in mitochondria and plastids. Centrioles are absent in prokaryotic cells. Centrioles are present in eukaryotic cells. True sap vacuoles are usually absent in prokaryotic cells. Instead, glass vacuoles may be found. Whereas in eukaryotic cell, true or sap vacuoles are commonly found in plant cells. Thylakoids, if present, lie freely in cytoplasm in prokaryotic cell, whereas thylakoids are present in chloroplast as granum and they are grouped in eukaryotic cell. Additional small circular DNA segments or plasmids are present in prokaryotic cells, whereas plasmids are absent in eukaryotic cell. Having single envelope system in prokaryotic cell, whereas a eukaryotic cell has double or two envelope system. Let's discuss the differences between plant cells and animal cells. Plant cells. Plant cells are generally larger than animal cells. Plasma membrane of plant cells is surrounded by a rigid cell wall made up of cellulose. Plastids are present. Most mature plant cells have a permanent and large central sap vacuole. Plant cells have many simpler units of Golgi apparatus called dictyosomes. Almost all plant cells lack centrosome and centrioles. Whereas in animal cells are generally small in size, cell wall is absent, the outermost covering is a plasma membrane, plastids are absent. Vacuoles in animal cells are very small and temporary and they are present in numerous conditions. Animal cells have single highly complex and prominent Golgi apparatus. Animal cells have centrosomes and centrioles.